Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Ron Nicoletti here. It is mandatory Monday, mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six. Lots of great wagering, 9 races to look at. We'll check out the track, the weather conditions, and turn it over to track announcer Pete Aiello.
The weather is beautiful, partly cloudy skies, cooled off a touch. We're in the high 80s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, and the turf course firm. Race 1 on turf at a trip of a mile and a 16th. There are no changes to start the card. Racing at Gulfstream. In the middle, Idiom gets the first call and hunts an early advantage. Right alongside is Victoria's Secret. And these two ensure a lively tempo. They've gone 2.5 better than She's Trippin', who's now third. Up to the outside, it's Ghost Little Secret, followed fifth by Cousin Pammy. Second last is Solitary Passion. The early trailer is the late-running Starlight Luna. In the run around the first turn, Mario Gutierrez drops over to the rail and leads the field around the turn with Victoria's Secret, who's a length in front. Idiom is keen between horses, and at the rail, She's Trippin', out 3 wide, Ghost Little Secret. A gap of 2.5 more to Cousin Pammy, who's on a hold while racing about 6 lengths off the speed. Solitary Passion is second last, and the trailer is Starlight Luna. Opening quarter, 23 seconds flat, less than 5 furlongs to run. Victoria's Secret shoulders the load with a length to work with. Idiom is on the chase from second, up on the outside, Ghost Little Secret third. She's Trippin' bides time while racing in fourth, 3 clear of Cousin Pammy. Yellow Blinkers in fifth. Up to the outside, Solitary Passion, and Starlight Luna is last. They went the half in 47-1. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Up front, here's Ghost Little Secret to have a crack at Victoria's Secret. So 2 secrets locked up heads apart. 3.5 more to Pena on She's Trippin'. The favorite is now in gear, racing into third. Starlight Luna is next. Cousin Pammy trying to get underway from the back as they rent 3/4 and 1:11-3. Off the turn and the stretch drive, electing an inside option is She's Trippin', who's going to have to thread the needle. Victoria's Secret is still in front. Not getting through. She's Trippin'. Outside Starlight Luna, Ghost Little Secret for the lead. It's Ghost Little Secret trying to turn back Starlight Luna. Starlight Luna lunging. Starlight Luna getting up. Starlight Luna wins. Ghost Little Secret was second. She's Trippin' was third, ahead of Victoria's Secret and Cousin Pammy on 42-2. And they're off. At the rail, Golden Gray gets the first call and is fleet of foot off the mark, opening 2.5 in a hurry. Golden Gray sharp early. From the far outside, Coraline, in between horses, it's Dama de Sucre. At the inside, Panhandle Mick, and no caller ID at the back as they chase the speed of Golden Gray. Half a mile from the finish, Golden Gray leads by half a length. Panhandle Mick trying to scoot through toward the inside second. Up to third goes Dama de Sucre. The 2-5 favorite Coraline is now back last of all here, but they went very quick early. 21-4 for a drilled opening quarter. Look at this leader roll. Golden Gray by 4 lengths after a sharp beginning. Panhandle Mick second, no caller ID is now third. Up to the far outside, it's Dama de Sucre. Coraline trying to get something put together. Off the turn and the stretch drive, it's Golden Gray trying to polish off a speed display. Went 45-4 for a half mile. Strides are shortening, 2.5 length lead. No caller ID in the crosshairs for Reyes, and here he comes now. No caller ID front and center. No caller ID, a 13-1 surprise. Golden Gray second, third was Dama de Sucre, then Coraline and Panhandle Mick, 106-4.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Commendatory away well from the inside. Check back to last was Gus Swayze. In the middle, it's Chalky White moving up, and on the far outside, Candy Road. Kazuza won't be far away. Gus Swayze finds his feet and moves up toward the inside with Surfer's Joy. The early trailer is other level. En route to the half-mile station, Commendatore and Edwin Gonzalez have the lead. Chalky White in the nearest pursuer second. Kazuza's in the yellow blinkers racing in third, and down at the inside, Gus Swayze's on a grip while racing fourth. Two back to Surfer's Joy, then Candy Road, and other level is last. Good quarter here, 22-2. They're speeding right along with Commendatore in front. Chalky White is second. Gus Swayze vacates the inside. He's in the clear now on a 3-wide sweep for Vasquez. 5 ahead of the others, led by Surfer's Joy and Candy Road as they reach the 5/16. 45 seconds for a half mile. Commendatore is still the leader. Gus Swayze with a bold bit on the outside. He's now within a neck. From the back, Candy Road is underway. Dropping back to 5th is Surfer's Joy. They're on their way home. With the advantage now, it's the favorite Gus Swayze. He's powered into the lead. Commendatore tries to go with him. Candy Road on the outside. They're an 1/8 of a mile from home. Candy Road is still closing at Gus Swayze. Commendatore fights back along the rail. 16th to go. Candy Road trying to reach Gus Swayze close to home. At the inside, Commendatore. 3 chances here. Candy Road on the outside. In the middle, it's Gus Swayze. I think that's the winner. It's Gus Swayze in the middle. Photo very close, involving Commendatore and Candy Road. 124-4. And they're off. One of the favorites got knocked sideways. The other one broke to the left. Noble Pride, the one who broke left. The one who got knocked sideways, word on the street. All of that good news for Maryland's Mate, who heads off for the early advantage. Here's Noble Pride toward the rail. Away in third, word on the street, who races outside of Valentine. And the long shot Always Praising is last of the 5 as Edwin Gonzalez sends Noble Pride to the lead. In his third career try, it's Noble Pride on top by a 1.5 lengths. Mario Gutierrez and Maryland's Mate from second. Valentine third at the inside, followed fourth by the red blinkers of Word on the Street. Odds on and racing 5 lengths off the speed. 3 lengths to the trailer, Always Praising. 24-3 for the opening quarter en route to the half-mile stage. Noble Pride makes play with a 1.5 lengths to work with. Mario Gutierrez going through the gears on Maryland's Mate, who races in second. Up on the outside, Word on the Street, sent to light by Vasquez, 3 wide into third. Fourth at the rail in Valentine, and still well back to Always Praising. They speed past the 3/8. The leader is still Noble Pride, tries to get away again. Up on the outside, Maryland's Mate now asked to quicken second. Valentine with an inside run. On the far outside, Word on the Street. Closing in from the back, Always Praising. They have a 1/4 mile left to go. Word on the Street starts to warm to the task as Noble Pride's coming up empty. Valentine is at the rail. Maryland's Mate's between horses, and they're on their way home. Word on the Street still has work to do. At the inside, Valentine tries to go get him. Back to third, it's Maryland's Mate at 16th out. Vasquez and Word on the Street haven't won now. It's Word on the Street who will deliver as the odds-on favorite, a 1.5 lengths in front. Valentine second. Maryland's Mate is third. Always Praising fourth. And last, Noble Pride. 136, 138, and 3. And they're off. Last to break, looks to kill. Quick to break, Aerialist in the center of the racetrack, moving up toward the inside. Dream Diamond wants to take her on. Splitting horses, that's Jayana, who's not far away, and Kate DeSmates on the far outside. Widest of all is Bella Jack, about 3 lengths off the speed, 2 in front of Duchess Eleanor. Then it's Triple Threat and Looks to Kill. Catholic Vice lingers toward the back, and the trailer is far above. They move into the far turn through a 22-second flat opening quarter. At 6-5, Aerialist getting all she wants from Kate DeSmates on the outside. These two locked up heads apart with 5/16 to go. Lugging out on the turn is Dream Diamond, floating out Bella Jack and giving room to Duchess Eleanor. She's on from 5th. Trying to wind it up from the back are Triple Threat and Looks to Kill. They're on their way home. On the outside, Kate DeSmates toward the inside. Aerialist fights right back here. 5 ahead of Duchess Eleanor, then Bella Jack. They're an 1/8 of a mile from home. The top 2 are tiring, but they're still well clear of the others. Aerialist on the inside. On the outside, Kate DeSmates trying to get by. Aerialist is digging. Aerialist is holding. Aerialist wins. Kate DeSmates was second. Bella Jack ran third. Far Above is up 4th in 1:04.3.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
And they're off. Good start for Bundalay, heading off for the early advantage. Up on the outside, Elusive Chalice now moves to a flanking roll in second. Cozy Me Up in the red blinkers comes away in the top flight. She's a joint third. Love of Jay's on the far outside. In the blue, Starship Spectacle hustled along to stay close, and the trailer is Rose Dancer. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Bundalay! And Edwin Gonzalez on top, 1.25 lengths. Elusive Chalice second. Cozy Me Up is at the rail, still on the bridle here for Ocasio in third. From 4th, Love of Jay, 3 better than Starship Spectacle, and Rose Dancer is last. They run to the top of the stretch, just above 1/4 mile from home. On the outside, Elusive Chalice issues the challenge to Bundalay. Angled off the top 2 now as Cozy Me Up with every opportunity from there. 3 better than Starship Spectacle. She finds her best stride and comes on next. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Cozy Me Up rolling home on the outside of Elusive Chalice. Meanwhile, Bundalay fights on. 3 chances here with a 16th to go. Cozy Me Up on the far outside with all the momentum. Bundalay is ultra game toward the rail. It's Cozy Me Up who gets up to win it. Bundalay fought hard for every yard. She was second. Elusive Chalice third. Starship Spectacle 4th in 1:04.4. 2 for Jahaludi. Ready for action. They're off and running. Ignis Core got shuffled to last. Bodacious Queen second last, so the favorites begin at the back. Good start for the Koromoto, up between horses. Down at the inside, Winning Defense is on the go. Long shot Lady Cajun mixing it up. These 3 are quickest. From 4th, that's Dilly Dally ahead of Bodacious Queen, who's racing in 5th at this stage. Ignis Core is second last in the trailer. Noffi's Late Night. to the far turn, 5/16 away. The Koromoto has the lead through a drilled quarter of 21 seconds flat. From second, it's Lady Cajun trying to work between horses are both the favorites. Ignis Core trying to muscle into the clear. That'll send Bodacious Queen even wider, and Dilly Dally gets floated out even wider. Off the turn in the stretch drive, the Koromoto has the lead with an eighth of a mile to go. Her barn buddy, Ignis Core, tries to bridge the gap in between horses, winning defense. Just yards to go, but the Koromoto's getting late. On the outside, Ignis Core surging to her, checking hard, winning defense. Here's Ignis Core in time. Ignis Core wore down the Koromoto, winning defense is in a show picture in 56-2. They're off. They're off. Latch the Hatch was away well from his outside gate, moving to him Skellig Michael. These two angle over. Race 1-2 heads apart out of the chute. From behind the speed, Crimson Light with Lethal Speed alongside, moving at the rail. That's Nothing Subtle. And on the far outside goes Roar Ready. Noble J's just ahead of him. The early trailer, the late running The Thor. Out of the chute onto the main track, they complete the opening quarter behind Latch the Hatch, who went 24 seconds for the opening quarter. He leads by a length and a half. Skellig Michael is up on his outside now. Second, they've gone three better than Crimson Light. Moving at the rail, it's Nothing Subtle. In between horses, Lethal Speed. Noble J is out wide on the course. Three in front of Roar Ready, and The Thor is last. Half a mile from the wire, the leader Latch the Hatch through an opening half mile in 46-3. He did some work in the second quarter. He rounds the turn on top, a length and a quarter. Skellig Michael second. Noble J is now third. Vasquez getting after Nothing Subtle to try to launch a bid. Fourth with an inside lane. Three back to the inside, Lethal Speed with Crimson Light. Dropping back is Roar Ready. The Thor is yet to make contact. They reach the top of the stretch. They're a quarter of a mile away. Latch the Hatch has the lead off the turn. Three quarters, 1:10-1. Latch the Hatch turns in on top, 2.5. Skellig Michael is second. Noble J's on the outside, then Lethal Speed, and at the rail, Nothing Subtle. Just yards to go for Latch the Hatch. He's two on top. Skellig Michael has chased him the entire trip. They'll run 1-2. Latch the Hatch is in front. Latch the Hatch by 2.5. Second is Skellig Michael. Back to third. Up late was Roar Ready, passing Noble J at the finish in 1:36-1. And runners away. Excellent start for the Cruisin' Man. From down toward the inside, he blasts off the mark and clears at once. Cruisin' Man to the top. Racing into second is S. Aristocratico. On the far outside, Giant Teddy. In between horses, Rachel's Coach won't be far away. Sabian is next. Out three wide, Built by Kozan. And Sasua Summer is last of all, out sprinted with an inside lane. About 5 lengths from first to last, they chase the Cruisin' Man. He leads to the top of the stretch. 3 wide, Giant Teddy, 2-path, Rachel's Coach. Sabian is next, trying to wind it up and looking for racing room is Sasua Summer. White blinkers 3 wide underway. Off the turn on the stretch drive. Who do you like here? Summer. They fan across the course with Cruisin' Man. He's still in front. A late kick coming from Sasua Summer down the center of the racetrack. At the rail, it's Sabian. They come past the 16th pole. Cruisin' Man in front. Sasua Summer is diving at him, but Cruisin' Man and Sasua Summer. It's Cruisin' Man to win it. Sasua Summer second, Giant Teddy third, Sabian fourth, and Rachel's coach to complete your high five. 55-2.
And that wraps up the card. Remember, we're dark until Saturday. We got a nice 9-race card, but you can come to Gulfstream Park each and every racing day to our simulcast center, Silk Simulcast Center, and bet all the races from Del Mar, from Saratoga. So we'll see you on Saturday. And boy, you want to be at Gulfstream Park.